What up, YouTube? R to the double E dash to the Z-O-N coming at you once again. And like I said, you already saw my entire collection on the Nintendo Switch. Now I'm just gonna speak more on that and on what's upcoming, and just give my case for why the Switch is a console that you definitely, as a gamer, want to own. Now, depending on whether you're a Nintendo fan like myself and so many others, or you like Nintendo's games, but you're cool with your PS4, your Xbox One, or PS Pro, or you're looking into the Xbox One X, whatever the fuck. It's still a console that you want to own, and I'm gonna make the case for that right now. Now, like I said, you saw my collection. I'll just show it off briefly one more time. I mean, look at this. In 4 short months, that's physical. 4 other games downloaded: Fast RMX, Street Fighter 2, The Final Challengers, NBA Playgrounds, World Heroes Perfect, and there's a shitload more games on the eShop. There's like about 4 or 5 indie games on the eShop that I really want to pick up. I just don't have the time or the money right now. But you know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to communicate to you is that there is a bevy of content for you to own on the Switch and to have with you, as only the Switch can do at all times. Wherever you take your Switch, your entire console and your entire console library is there. Can't say that for the other consoles. Now, it's one thing for me to say that the Nintendo Switch is not only revolutionary, it's not only awesome, it's not only a definite must-own if you're a real gamer, in the sense that you want to be able to play games wherever, whenever, at the touch of a button. That's one thing, and yes, it has a shitload of content already. But what's coming up now? Today, Splatoon 2 just dropped. Okay, that's a megaton right there. But there's so much more coming in this first year alone. And, the main thing that so many people have, or, the main restriction, or reservation, I should say, that so many people have as to whether or not they want to pick up a Switch is because they have a sour taste in their mouth from the Wii U. As I've said before, the Wii U is an amazing console. It's definitely worth the money. I have it, I own it, I love it, and I still play it to this day. But it did not sell well. And it did not have basically any third-party support past the first year, like really at all. That's a huge problem, because the third parties are the ones that bring games like Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, Mortal Kombat, Far Cry, NBA 2K, Madden, FIFA, Star Wars, all those things are third-party publishers. So you need to have a healthy dose of them in your console library for your console to really stand a chance to succeed. And that's where the Wii U failed. Now, coming up for the Switch this year, we're in July right now of 2017. Going through December of 2017, the remainder of this year, we still have to look forward to Super Mario Odyssey, NBA 2K18, WWE 2K18, FIFA 18, RBI Baseball, Rocket League. Minecraft is already on the system. Man, I'm drawing a blank because there's so much. Ubisoft has that space game, Battle for Atlas or whatever it is. Steep is still coming out from Ubisoft. Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. There's just so much there coming out. And the thing about it is when people say, a third-party support situation is an issue, it's an issue at the time being, but let's be real, man. And I'm speaking not just to the person that I'm trying to, quote-unquote, convince to buy a Switch. I don't give a shit what you buy. I'm just telling you, I'm being honest. As a gamer, I don't feel right as a gamer if I don't tell other gamers, hey, if you don't have one of these, you might want to look into it because it's fucking awesome. But, I'm speaking to the Nintendo fans right now as well. I understand the trepidation and the feeling of uncomfortableness where we're like, okay, where are the third parties at? We're 4 months in, the system's selling like a motherfucker. It's selling out in record time, in minutes. When shipments arrive, within minutes they're gone. The games are all selling well. It is the fastest selling system right now. Faster than PS4, faster than Xbox One, and anything else. Even faster than 3DS. At the rate at which it's selling. Faster than the Wii was at this point in its life cycle. And that's fucking bananas. But where are the third parties? Slow your roll. Okay? Because I will tell you first and foremost, I am one of those people that I feel that uncomfortableness in the sense that I want to be like, EA, what the fuck is your problem? Capcom, what the fuck is your problem? Here Nintendo is with a brand new console selling like gangbusters, and you guys are fucking pussyfooting on the picket line, and you ain't even put much, if anything, on the system. I get that. But I have to not side with the third parties, but basically give them the benefit of the doubt this time because, listen, man, it's a brand new console, and yes, it is selling very well, but you just came off the Wii U, which was a disaster financially. It did not sell at all, and third parties were like, there's no reason for us to do research and development to port it over to that system when it's not going to make us anywhere near the money we spent to get it over there. Gotcha, I understand that. But with the Switch, it's different. With the Switch, it's selling. The Switch has the ear of the public. Everybody, and the eye. Everybody's all over the Switch, and they're dying to get one. Lining up all over the world, just trying to fucking get a chance to get a Switch. However, I mean, if you're honest with yourselves, we go back, I mean, like, listen, I'm 33 years old. I've been around for a little while, long enough to have seen different products bust out on the scene, sell like gangbusters for the first 3, 4, 5 months, and then fall off the face of the planet. So the reality that has happened with other products, plus the recent sour taste in the mouth of developers from the Wii U is giving third parties a bit of an optimistic, most of them are optimistic, THQ Nordic is a bunch of fucking morons, but, basically an optimistic, let's wait and see approach. You know what I'm saying? Basically, most of them are like, yeah, we're really happy that Nintendo is finally back, and then Nintendo has a real badass console on the market. It's not the strongest, but it's strong enough for 90% of the games that are coming out today. And it's portable, which no one else can do. But we need to give it a bit to show up. So this is what I will say to Nintendo fans who are feeling that, I'm uncomfortable. I'm already like, fuck the third party. I get you. But listen, I cannot be on that boat because I'm a realist, and I've been around a while, man. I've seen this happen time and time again. I will tell you this much. If March of 2018 comes around, a full year after the Switch has been on the market, and by the time March 2018 rolls around, and the Switch is still selling anywhere near like it's selling now, and games are selling, and the momentum is growing, and we're sitting at about anywhere between 12 to 14 million install base worldwide, if third parties don't jump on board strongly, if we don't see a strong increase of third party support by that time, then I'm with you. Then I'm like, you know what, fuck you third party. You really just don't want Nintendo to succeed. Because there's no feasible business related reason why you would not want to put your game on the Switch the way it's selling. But right now, it's only been 4.5 months. Got to give it some time. But we're already seeing, and goes back to making my case for the people that haven't bought it yet who are on the fence. This is my case for why you're going to get a lot of third-party support on the Switch. I'm almost positive because we're already seeing certain big-time players step up and pledge support to the Switch right now in their first year. Ubisoft has a really good relationship with Nintendo, so I'm not surprised that they're bringing Steep and that they're bringing Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, which looks amazing. But you also have Take-Two 2K Games. Not only bringing us WWE 2K18, the first time a WWE game has returned to a Nintendo console in over 5 years. Not only that, and not only NBA 2K18, both on the same date that the other consoles are releasing, and with all the bells and whistles. Every feature, online, downloadable content, everything will be there for the Switch owners. That's real support. So, as I said on Facebook, when I heard the news, I posted on Facebook, big ups to 2K Games for being one of the few developers that listened, heard, and delivered what we wanted. So, good for them. And then, EA is bringing FIFA 18. Yes, it's missing the story mode. EA is known to do stupid shit like that. But the rest of the game is there, and it's looking phenomenal, and it's running great on the Switch. RBI Baseball is coming. And I'm going to tell you like this. If FIFA 18 sells anywhere near what we think it's going to sell on the Switch, we're going to see the next Madden on the Switch. Because it's going to show them there's money there to be made with the sports audience. And you might even see a Star Wars Battlefront or whatever, or the next Star Wars game. RBI Baseball is going to be the Rocket League is coming over. There's a lot of third-party developers and independent developers jumping on board now in year one. So imagine if the momentum continues, and with the release of Splatoon 2 today and how much that shit's already selling and how many amazing reviews that shit's getting, it's pretty safe to assume that throughout this year, throughout the holiday, the Switch is going to be dominant. By the time March of next year rolls around, I'm pretty sure we're going to see a lot of third-party developers show up with announcements. And keep in mind that also Reggie Fils-Aimé, the president of Nintendo of America, did come out and say there are other games we still haven't even announced for 2017. So there's shit coming. It'd be very hard for me to believe that those games that he's talking about are Nintendo games, because Nintendo's already fucking busting ass, getting out amazing games month after month after month. So we might see some other third-party announcements. So, all that, coupled with the fact that the system is a full-fledged home console. You dock that on the dock, and you're playing in 1080p, on your big screen with a myriad of control options. It's a home console experience, but at any moment, the fact that you can slide the console itself out of the dock, pop some Joy-Cons on, or take your Pro Controller with you or whatever, and go anywhere and do anything, and then play your same AAA home console experience on the go. That right there is a selling point that it is infinitely valuable to the gamer. And there's nothing that Sony or Microsoft or any competitor right now can do to rival that. So while they have the prettier version of the game, they don't have the better version of the game, because we have the exact same game. Yeah, slightly lower resolution or frame rate or whatever, nothing drastic, just slightly lower. But with the added advantage of taking it wherever we want and playing it wherever we want. Have you guys seen what Skyrim? That's another one. Bethesda is working with Nintendo now. Have you seen what Skyrim, the Elder Scrolls Skyrim, looks like on the Switch? Even undocked, where it goes down to 720. Have you seen how badass that looks? Like I'm saying, man, the Switch is going to have a lot of support. A lot of third parties will jump on by next year. If that doesn't happen by next year, then we can just say, fuck a third party. They're not going to come. They don't want Nintendo to succeed. Because there's no feasible answer, business-wise, why you would not want to put your game on the Switch along with other consoles. Because when you put it on the Switch, you're really getting two versions of the game. You're cornering two markets. You're cornering the hardcore console gamer on Nintendo platforms, and you're cornering also the handheld gamer, which Nintendo owns. All right, so that's two audiences right there that you're capturing with one fucking game. I mean, there's really no debate about that. So that would be my case to the people who are on the fence saying, "Oh, I really want to get a Switch, but is it worth the $300? Is it really all that good? Is this just a fad?" Man, I'm telling you, man. Nintendo really hit a home run with this one. The Switch is a fucking godsend to gamers, because when I'm not playing docked on my 55-inch Samsung, taking it on the road when I'm at work or wherever I'm at, and I'm playing it here, and it's fucking awesome. The screen is gorgeous. The functionality of the Joy-Cons. You want to, pop the Joy-Cons off. Kickstand comes out. You pop it up. Take your Joy-Cons off, and you have split Joy-Cons with motion controls. It's just phenomenal. So. You know what I'm saying? And it's the first console Nintendo has made that has been so friendly to outside developers, be it third party or independent or whatever. They easily can get their games on the Switch, and they're doing it. Go look at the eShop. The Virtual Console ain't out yet, so everybody complains about that. But the eShop, you go there. Every time I go there, there's new indie games, and they look amazing, right there, for anywhere between $5 and $20. You have an infinite amount of content, and it's just growing and getting better as the months go by. Nintendo, since March, since the launch of the Switch, has had a big-time release month after month after month. Month 1, March, Breath of the Wild. Month 2, April, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Month 3, you had Ultra Street Fighter 2, the Final Challengers, and NBA Playgrounds. Month 4, you had ARMS. Month 5, which is now, we're getting into month 5, is Splatoon 2. And it's just going to keep going. You got Mario Odyssey, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Fire Emblem Warriors. All these amazing games coming down the pipeline of this fucking year. And next year, you got Metroid Prime 4. Shut the fuck up. Right there, that's it. You got a brand new, first only, console exclusive Pokemon RPG. Oh my goodness. Anyways, man, that's my case. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. God bless y'all. Stay gaming.